Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I haven't done one of these for ages, so yeah, it's good to be back doing some BE. We headed off to Chard at the weekend, so that's our first event of the year. I'm going to talk through some of the thoughts that I had throughout the day and still list what the comment was from the judge and the mark, as well as the movement. So we're aiming to be more forward within our trot work, and obviously that was highlighted within the comment saying that we were a little rushed and hurried, but we find that he's more through by doing this. He was really polite and obedient throughout the test, which, if you know Murphy, he's not always that good. He was a bit late with this canter transition here. That was my fault, I think, because I was a little bit tentative with my leg. He can be quite explosive and unpredictable, but then he can be quite predictable in another sense that I know he will react if I put too much leg on. I have changed my spurs. He was a little bit on the forehand going into the trot and the walk, so quite heavy in my hand, I do remember that. And then I think I was tense within my hips and I didn't allow the walk to really flow through. So he's really capable of doing a really good walk, and this is not it. So I did let the side down there, and I do remember thinking hips, leg, hips, and yeah, I didn't do a very good job there. He was really obedient with the upward transition and then our loops. I did feel that we were hitting our markers quite well, actually, but the judge didn't seem to like him or the way we were going. But as far as I know, there were a lot of people saying it was harshly marked, so that's fine. Anyway, we're all in the same boat, aren't we? So I thought this was an epic transition, very forward and nice marching walk. And the next one was my favourite because sometimes he can be argumentative in this transition, and he was very good. Now he goes quarters in down the long side on the right rein because I have to keep my outside leg on so hard, because he can change and then he goes disunited. So I was fully aware of the quarters being in, but I needed to not change. He was very good here. I was a bit late to my transition to trot here, so that's my fault. I didn't prepare. Now after this, doing the B2E, I was really half halting, and it has been highlighted by the judge that he's uneven in his trot stride length, which I don't know whether that would have been because of my half halts. He was very good here. We were either too fast going down there or too slow, and we doodle down the line, but we got to G, that's the one, and he did a lovely halt and it wasn't too abrupt, so I was really happy with that. Sadly today, often tight through back, producing inconsistent contact and not always equal in step length behind in trot, so that was the judge's final comment, but I was really pleased. 37.3. So now on to show jumping. Paul sadly missed my first fence, but he did get me just coming over the second. So, and I just wooed him a little bit quick, and I think I mucked up my rhythm for fence 3, and this is why we had it down. Maybe if I had had more leg on, I don't know. So coming around to fence 4 and 5, I got my 5 strides, so I was really happy. I watched quite a lot of people. Some were having 5 strides and some were having 6. So I knew I wanted to put the 5 in, and I remember counting and having Emily in my head. Coming around this corner, I looked for fence 6. It seemed quite big, and he just flew over it. It was lovely. But then I didn't change his legs, so this is the problem I had. He chips in and knocks it down, so that was completely my fault. Over fence A, I don't really know what happened but at the time, but looking back, I go for the 1 stride and he goes, no, I can chip in another half a metre. So he didn't listen to me. which I don't know if that was my fault, and maybe I should have just set up. Now this one rode lovely, and it was a 9-yard, I suppose, fence, and it rode lovely. So I knew it was going to be a bit longer, and it was his better rein to make him longer. So that really worked out for us really well. So obviously 12 faults, 3 poles down, and yeah, perfect. That's fine. On to the best bit. Obviously, there's no point even saying that I ride this. I literally just sit there and I'm just a passenger. He's absolutely epic. I just woo him when I think he needs wooing, and I kick on when I think he needs kicking on, and he just flies. The ground was a bit dodgy in areas, so I never went for the middle of the fences. I kept going at funny angles trying to keep him out of the ground. And there was I think 3 combinations, whatever, and there was only one combination within there that he chipped in, which you'll see in a minute, which is fence 5A and B. So we're just coming down the hill here to fence 4, and you'll see in a minute he chips in where I think he should have done 3 strides, and he just does 3.5. But that again would have been the line I was taking, wasn't the line I walked. Just because I was one of the last ones in the class to go, oh, Obi, have you got sneezes? So, sorry, poor Obi. So yeah, he went flying down the hill, lovely. Paul didn't get obviously all of it because I can't expect him to run around the cross country taking videos of me, but he did a grand job. So I've just come over the Tricana now, so we're up out of the woods and up over the hill, and this horse never used to like water, and he launches into the water. I literally, my hat tips down and everything, but yeah, he picked up over that fence and fine. Now I realise we're way up on time. We need to sort of slow it down, but don't make it too obvious. And he was such a good boy. So that's our day finished. Clearing the cross country, I think we got 4 minutes 23, and it was 4 minutes 28. So we were really good on the time. So I think overall, I was just so pleased with him. All phases were so much better, and we've got so much more to look forward to this year, hopefully. So fingers crossed. Just a couple of pictures of how epic he looks. I think he looks amazing, and yeah, I just love him to bits. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully we'll be doing Bovington, so hopefully more videos if someone will come with me. But yeah, thanks a lot. Bye.